They say solo rides are about finding yourself, but for me, it is losing myself, losing my daily chaotic life. This trip almost didn't happen, but my brother stepped in the last minute, changing my back tire himself so that I could hit the road. This journey isn't just mine, it was made possible by him. I didn't have any idea or proper planning to where to go and what places to visit and all. I just simply planned to go to Kerala. So the first few hours were just a single lane road. It is a straight heart, and to be honest, it was very boring journey. And me being on a boring journey, so I could not drain myself. So I took authentic local fish food so that at least this could make my journey to be more exciting. And then after I've been through some reserve forest, I've seen quite a few elephants crossing the roads and some wild animals and all. As I was going through the reserve forest, I encountered some tribal villages in the forest itself. That was like an eye opening for me, and seeing a life so far from a concrete jungle is a pretty much exciting for me. And I've seen quite a few landscapes which were quite good actually, since this was in January, so nothing much greenery about it, but it is good. As I entered into the Kerala, I could clearly see the difference. The roads were very much smooth, and I was just enjoying the ride as I entered into Kerala. It was really, really fun to ride, in this dense forest with curvy roads. And the day one ended in a small room, a hot shower, and a moment of gratitude that 500 kilometers down and the real adventure, whatever you call it, that was it. Yeah. Day 1 led me to Wayanad. Staying in Kalpata for 2 days was a breath of fresh air. Literally, I mean it. The first thing which I did was hydrating myself. 1 liter of water with chia seeds is a fuel to my gut. Being a solo rider means your body is the only backup you have. There is nobody to pick you up. So straight away I went to do 30 plus push-ups to get the blood flowing in my body and my mind get sharpened. I've been used to it. It is my daily routine. I look back and spend a few minutes of writing it down, yesterday's experience, and tracking my every rupee which I've spent. And lately I've become so much very conscious about my food intakes and all. Soaked dry fruits for a sustained energy throughout the day. It's not a heavy meal, but yeah, it's just pure fuel to my body. I never ever want to put unnecessary junk into my body That's a promise I made for myself. After my morning routine, I took a help of hotel staff. They have actually suggested me some places, and I have write it down from Google and all. So altogether, I started my day, by hiking a place. It was a caves. Yeah, along the journey, I've seen some elderly people who made their, hiking journey so much effortlessly with such a good health at that age. They are just part of a nature, I thought. Then I let my expulse to go from tarmac to some off-road trails, in the local street of Kalpata. The contrast was very amazing. What I've noticed, during this trip was Kerala people have unique style. They have a unique vibe. In this trip, I also made sure that I never want to buy a water bottle, plastic water bottle. I don't know for what reason I made that decision, but I made that decision and I stuck to that decision as well. As the weather cooled down, I found a local ground and I took a long walk. The cleanliness and the deep green landscapes, they made every evening walk feels like a reset button for me. Then came the ride to Ooty. On third day in Wayanad, I had to leave the warmth of the room. It was the hardest part, but the road to Ooty does not wait, right? This is why we ride. The climb to the Ooty is a masterpiece of nature. It was a scenery overloaded route. I made it a point to stop more often, losing myself in the greenery of tea plantations and fueling up with fresh fruits. These weren't just breaks, they were moments of pure presence, with myself. In these moments, you realize how beautiful life is. No phones, no noise, no chaos. There is a deep connection with yourself in this silence. It was a respectful silence, I would say. Winding through the endless tea plantations. The green is so vibrant, it almost looks like it is painted. Every hairpin bends reveals a better view, better than the last one. January's bite was so real, it was much freezing, but the views were very unmatchable. Riding on the X-Pulse felt like it was a dream for me. I recorded the best possible that I could do. All the greeneries and beautiful locations that I felt. But in Ooty, disaster struck. My rear suspension started leaking oil. It was a festival season. Then, every showroom was closed. I was like hundreds of kilometers away from my home. Without a second thought, I pushed around 400 kilometers in a single day with this damaged suspension itself. But it was in those hours that I realized how much resilient I was. But the road is a harsh teacher. Vehicles were broken down, even a live accident. It was a brutal reminder of how quickly things can change and how much focus you require. Solo trips like these, don't just change your location, they change your mindset. It will make you mentally strong and deeply optimistic. So I am filming these clips, so that one day when I get back and look all these things, I have to smile. I have to smile and say, what a beautiful and courageous life I've lived. So that's it. Nothing more to expect from this. I have to be more gratitude to the road and to my brother for getting me here.